If you have a drawing tablet that connects to a computer, do you really need to install the tablet drivers that come from your manufacturer? The answer is yes, you do. Because if you don't, you're not going to have a great experience. You won't be able to use all the features of your tablet, some of which you really need, and you may not even be able to use the tablet at all. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you need to install the manufacturer tablet drivers and what happens when you don't. A device driver is a piece of software that's installed on your computer. It lets your operating system and any applications use the device. If you don't have a device driver installed, then you can't use the device. And by device, I mean anything from a mouse, keyboard, webcam, or yes, even a drawing tablet. Drivers get onto your computer in roughly 3 ways. The first way is that drivers actually come with the operating system. These drivers are built by whoever makes the operating system, so for example, Microsoft or Apple or Google, etc. Modern operating systems come with many built-in drivers. For the most part, these drivers are very generic. And that's because they have to be, because they are intended to work with lots of different devices. So often they won't know how to use specific features that are unique to a particular device. The second way drivers get onto a computer is they are installed by the people who built the computer. So for example, if you bought a desktop computer from Dell, it may come with an NVIDIA GPU. Dell will take the NVIDIA driver for that GPU and install it on those machines in their factory. And then by the time you get the computer, it already has those drivers installed. A couple of things to note here. First, the drivers are made by the device manufacturer, in this case NVIDIA. Dell is just installing the driver on the computer. Second, as these drivers come from the device manufacturer, they know how to fully use all the features of the device. The third way drivers get onto your computer is you install them. Typically, you download these drivers from the manufacturer website and then you run an installation program. And again, as these drivers were built by the manufacturer, they know how to use the unique capabilities of the device. So this question about should you install the manufacturer tablet drivers is really talking about this third scenario. And to reiterate, the answer is you should install them, because the generic built-in tablet drivers don't work as well. Here's the situation for tablet drivers across several different operating systems. macOS does not come with any built-in drivers for tablets. So we always have to install manufacturer tablet drivers when we're using a macOS computer. Windows does come with built-in tablet drivers. Unfortunately, these drivers are missing a lot of features. And honestly, for the most part, it will be unpleasant to use these drivers. I highly recommend that you install the manufacturer tablet drivers. Android and ChromeOS don't let you install manufacturer tablet drivers, but they do have built-in tablet drivers. Unfortunately, whether a drawing tablet works with your Android or ChromeOS device is kind of complicated. It depends on the specific version of Android or ChromeOS, the specific drawing tablet, the specific application you're using, and even if all those things are aligned to work, you will still be using generic tablet drivers that don't let you use all the features of your tablet. For iPadOS and iOS, the situation is a little different. These operating systems don't let you install manufacturer tablet drivers either, and they also do not have generic tablet drivers. However, it seems that a very small set of applications do let you use specific tablets with these operating systems. The only 2 apps I know of that allow you to use a drawing tablet are Ibis Paint and HiPaint. And then even in that case, they only work with pen tablets. That means tablets without a screen. In this video, I'm not going deep into Android, ChromeOS, iPadOS, and iOS. And the reason is simple, because those operating systems do not involve the installation of manufacturer tablet drivers, which is the subject of this video. So I'll try to cover those operating systems in separate videos at another time. On macOS, it's very understandable why you need to install manufacturer tablet drivers, because otherwise your tablet would be completely non-functional. On Windows, though, we need to explain why the generic built-in drivers are not that great. It really comes down to just a few things. The generic tablet drivers are missing a lot of features. And they're not missing just esoteric features that only a few people need. They are missing some basic ones. So the generic tablet drivers are going to give you a rather unpleasant experience. Drawing tablet drivers provide a lot of features, but which are the core features that we really need in a tablet driver? Here's my list. It must support the pen hovering so that you can move above the tablet without clicking or drawing. When you press down on the tablet with the pen, it has to let you click or draw. The buttons on the pens should work and you should be able to configure them. The driver must let you use features like pressure sensitivity and tilt. The driver has to let you draw without distortion. If you draw a shape on the tablet, it will be correctly represented on your screen. And if your tablet has any auxiliary inputs like buttons or dials, those inputs should also work. So now, let's look at the problems with the generic built-in tablet drivers on Windows. Problem number 1. Some tablets just don't work with these drivers. Here's a great example. If you plug this drawing tablet into a Windows machine, nothing happens. For whatever reason, this tablet is completely non-functional when you're using the generic built-in tablet driver on Windows. To use this tablet, you have to install the manufacturer tablet driver. Problem number 2. This problem occurs when you're using a pen tablet, and that means a tablet without a screen. Suppose your computer has a single monitor, and the active area of your drawing tablet has an aspect ratio of 16:10, but the monitor has an aspect ratio of 16:9. This mismatch in aspect ratios between tablet and monitor is super common, because oddly enough, lots of drawing tablets do not have a 16:9 aspect ratio. With this combination of aspect ratios, if you draw, the strokes will be distorted. If you draw a circle on the tablet, it will show up as an oval on your monitor. But the manufacturer tablet drivers have a solution. There's a feature called forced proportions. At least that's what Wacom calls it. Other brands call it something else, like screen ratio. If you enable forced proportions, this problem just disappears. The generic built-in tablet drivers on Windows do not have this forced proportions feature. Thus, since most people have a mismatch between their tablet aspect ratio and their monitor aspect ratio, then most people will be drawing in a distorted way when they're using the generic built-in tablet drivers on Windows. The only way to get out of this situation is to install the manufacturer tablet driver. Problem number 3. This tablet has auxiliary inputs like buttons and dials. The generic built-in tablet driver on Windows doesn't know anything about these buttons and dials. You can't use them at all. Problem number 4. If you have a pen tablet, and again this means a screenless tablet, you might have a computer with multiple monitors, let's say 2 in this case. By default, the generic built-in tablet driver will map the active area of the tablet to span across both monitors. But many people want to assign the tablet to a specific monitor. However, the generic built-in tablet driver on Windows doesn't give you any option to do this. The active area of your drawing tablet will always be mapped across both monitors. What's worse is that the combined aspect ratio of these 2 monitors is very different from your drawing tablet. So you'll get even more distortion as you draw in this situation. I would really love it if the generic tablet drivers were better on Windows. I want it so that we can plug in any drawing tablet into Windows and it just works. Or at the very least, the core features work. But right now, they do not. And unfortunately, I also don't think that Microsoft is going to change this. But I will share my feedback with them and maybe I will be able to persuade them to eventually fix this. To summarize, the reason you need to install the manufacturer tablet drivers is either the drawing tablet will not work at all, or even if it does, you will be very limited in what you can do and probably very dissatisfied with the experience. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video.